Today's class in our mini makeup masterclass series is all about skin prep so that you can have a flawless face. And I am super excited to share all of my tips with you. And I promise this will be fun and will simplify things because I absolutely love to kind of just take the mystery out of makeup for you and give you some easy to follow steps to just feel beautiful and feel empowered and more confident in your makeup application. So all right, I would like to first make sure that you know that by watching this video, you have access to a makeup masterclass guide. And so this is a guide that you can have. And it's a great reference for you. It has a lot of great information. So at the bottom of the screen here, and I will also put this in the description too, this is the link to get access to that guide. It's totally free. So feel free to go ahead and get that guide as soon as you can. But it is Vipe link without the I. VipeLink.lnk.com /makeup guide. So make sure that you take a moment to do that. And let's go ahead and jump in. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here and show you, first of all, what we are going to do. There are basically 4 steps that we're going to do today to prep our skin and get that flawless face going. So the first step is to prep and prime. The second will be to find your perfect foundation match, and then find your type of foundation preference, and then correct and set yourself ready to go to apply your glamour, or just leave your face as is. That may be your final step. So first and foremost, we always have to reiterate, our skin prep comes with our skincare. So I have already done my skincare set to prepare my skin. So I've already done my cleanser and my moisturizers and my eye cream and all that. The skincare set that I personally use and love the most, and find most of my customers do too, is the Time-Wise Repair set, which is on the top right-hand corner there. And I just absolutely love it. It has a lot of great anti-aging benefits, and it just feels good on your skin, and you're getting all of the things your skin needs nutrition wise and health wise, and also protection from the environment. And I just absolutely love that. But as you can see, there are a lot of other options. And so I want to make sure that you know that there is also a skin analyzer app that you have access to. This is totally free. You can find it in your app store. And the skin analyzer app is awesome. So if you haven't done this yet, I highly recommend you do. And then send your beauty consultant your results. And then she can kind of make sense of it all for you. But it's very straightforward. All you're going to do is go to your app store, download the free app, and then it's physically going to ask you to take a picture of yourself with bare face. Okay. And the bare face picture is actually going to then be analyzed, and it's going to show you the texture of your skin, the hydration, the fine lines. It's a little bit revealing, but that's the purpose, right? We want to kind of find out what is our baseline that we're working with and what products are going to be best for you, because it's not a one size fits all, right? And so that's where a beauty consultant comes in to really help you make sense of everything. So let's go ahead now and jump into my next slide here. Let's get this going because I want to talk to you about, there we go, the prep and prime portion here. So this is the prep was the skincare. The priming is going to be your foundation. So your foundation primer. So let me go ahead and get my foundation primer started. As you can see on the video screen there, that the primer is essential. If you're going to be putting on foundation, then you want to make sure that your skin does not look porous like it does on the outside of this orange. Okay, that has no primer, and then it's got foundation on top of it, and you can see that you can still see the pores. So we don't want that. We want to make sure that it is absolutely smooth, and so you can see how important with primer your skin's going to look. So as you can see, I just simply applied it like so, just so it's all over my skin. I did kind of start in the center of my face, and I do like to go like this just to kind of warm it up a little bit. So that is primer. That's the next step, prep and prime. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the next slide here, which is kind of finding your match. So I wanted to share with you, finding your match is pretty easy. And I say easy in just kind of finding what your tone and undertone is. But I do have something else, a nice resource here. I'm going to go ahead and put this up on the screen as well. But there is a foundation finder quiz that you can take on marykay.com. You can even go to your Mary Kay Beauty Consultant's website to find this as well. Or just text her, message her, and just say, hey, I want to do that foundation finder quiz. And it's excellent. So it will help to narrow down the color and also your formula preference. So it kind of gives you a better guide as to which foundation and formula is going to be best for you. So basically, when you get the undertone done and you have figured that out, it's a lot easier. The tone is pretty simple, right? We know ivory, beige, or bronze. I'm kind of ivory in the winter, a little more beige in the summer, but undertone wise, that's really where it gets specific. Okay. So the undertone, that is cool, neutral, or warm. Okay. And so cool is when you tend to burn in the sun. And neutral is when you kind of burn and tan. And then warm is where you're just like always tan. You have that beautiful olive skin. So let me know in the chat. Do you know which one you are? Are you cool, neutral, or warm? I would love to know which one you are. And that really helps because the undertone is important. And when you have a good foundation, you will know that based on the undertone, that it is a good match for you. So if you get the undertone right, that's usually why it's hard to select one, is because, you know, if you don't know the undertone, it can be a bit of a challenge. So that is my big tip for you for foundation. So let's go to the next slide and I'll continue to kind of share what I'm doing here. So these are the different formulas that foundation finder quiz is going to share with you and give you as different options. So CC cream is one, and I love CC cream. What I am currently using on my skin right now is the medium. It's more of a medium to full coverage, but it's a matte 3D foundation. And this also comes in a luminous foundation as well. Okay. So there's two different formulas of that. But then we also have a CC cream, a silky setting powder, and also a cream to powder as well, which is exactly that. It dries, it goes on creamy and then dries to a powdery finish. So just FYI, remember this, all of these slides that I have are actually in the makeup guide that you can get. So make sure, again, to go to that link and get your free makeup guide. Okay. So I want you to have these as a great reference for yourself. Okay. So let's go ahead and pause there. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to move on to the correcting and setting. So as you can see, I put on my foundation. So I had my primer on, my foundation, and just for reference as well, I am wearing the matte 3D foundation in beige and 150 today. So that's usually my summer color. My winter color is more like ivory and 160. So anyhow, okay, so now correcting and setting. So this is my absolute favorite product. I have to say, it's the under eye corrector. Under eye corrector. So the reason I love this is that it actually neutralizes, and I'm going to try to remember to do just one side of my face so you can see. I wish I had done a straight shot just then, but that's okay. So I put in a little bit of what we call under eye corrector. So not to be confused with a concealer, this is under eye corrector. And under eye corrector is something that helps to diffuse and neutralize those dark circles that we have underneath our eyes. So I'm using this cream color brush, which is really nice too, that you can use. And so it helps with the shadowy areas of your face. So if you can see, hopefully straight on, you can see this, this side here doesn't quite look as tired and shadowy, right? Because I just applied it right in this spot here. So when you look straight on, it's no longer shadowy. So yay, right? It makes it look like you got some sleep, a good night's rest of sleep. So anyhow, so there is that. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, but I want you to see that. Can you see that? The difference from one side to the next? It's like there's just a little bit of a shadow here and then not over there. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get our under eye corrector on here. Now, concealer is a little bit different. Concealer is a little more concentrated, okay? And concealing is obviously doing just that. It's going to conceal, but it's going to be more for either dark spots or if you have blemishes, or like a little bit of redness in the skin. So I have kind of like blood vessels that sort of show up on my eyelids. So I tend to put a concealer on my eyelid and I kind of just tap it in. And it also gives me a nice little base to prep my eyes for eye makeup. So concealer, like I mentioned, it's a little more concentrated. A little bit goes a long way. And it is good to use it with a brush specifically because it just gets it right where it needs to be. Okay. So can you see how I'm coming alive here? I'm getting myself all prepped for my glamour or not, or if I decide to do glamour today or not, but I am prepped and ready. So that's correcting. And then setting is the last thing here that we are going to do. And that is with a translucent powder. And this translucent powder is so nice. It's so soft. It does work well with this puffy brush. And I just kind of get a little bit in the cap like this. And then I just dust it on to kind of set my makeup. And then I'm ready to go. If you have a little bit of shine that happens sometimes, this is great to put on a little bit before you put on the rest of your makeup. Some people might stop just at this moment here and maybe just apply a little bit more mascara and lipstick or gloss, and you are good to go. Kind of a dash out the door sort of look. But this would be my preparation for my glamour. So let me go ahead now and share my screen again. Let me get this back up here just so I can show you this slide as well. And I'll go ahead and hide that. So one moment. Okay, here we go. So correcting and setting, this was step 4. Okay. And I did the under eye corrector in this little shadowy area of the face underneath my eyes. And then those are all the different colors of the concealer. And they are amazing. So redness around the nose area is a great time to use, or area to use the concealer, and even for highlighting. So I'll do just a tad of that just so you can see. And then down at the bottom, you saw, or can see, how you can apply. So I'm doing this just to give a little bit of a lift. I'm gonna actually use my fingertip for this one. And I'm just kind of doing this going up like that. And you'll see how it kind of gives the eye area a little extra lift. So it kind of draws up the eyes. Okay. So there you have it. At the bottom there, it just shows the blending sponge that we carry, which is awesome too. You can actually use that wet, a little pro tip. And let me show you back on the other screen. Where did it go? Oh yeah, right here. I wanted to show you, hopefully you can see that. Yes. Okay, down at the bottom, this is just a really good pro tip for you. Blending brush, liquid foundation brush, which is the one that I used, and then the blending sponge. Did you know that the tool that you use can actually change the amount of coverage that you get from your foundation? So if you use the blending brush, it's going to be more of a full coverage. The liquid foundation brush, which is the one that I use, is more of a medium coverage. And then the blending sponge will be even more sheer. So that's pretty cool. All right. So let me just remind you here about the Foundation Finder quiz. So make sure to go to the marykay.com website. You can do that Foundation Finder quiz or check the description. I will have the link there. And then also make sure that you get your free makeup guide. Okay. So the last thing I want to do is just wrap up by showing you one last little thing. This is basically a sheet that shows all of the different makeup Masterclass series sets that I am using to demonstrate with. And so up on the right-hand corner, it says Skin Prep and Flawless Face. So those are all the things that I used today in this video, and all about the eyes, contour and define, that glam touch. If you haven't watched those videos, then you can definitely do that. And these are the accompanying products that are used in each of those videos. So this is something that you can also get from your beauty consultant. It's in the guide as well. But these are all products that I highly recommend to get yourself set up with some great makeup. Get your makeup bag ready and just kind of refresh it too. Sometimes we just need that refresh of our makeup bag. And so you can do a whole new glam look and everything. But today was just all about the skin prep and prime. So I hope you got to enjoy that. I do want to just... yeah, I did the set sheet there. Perfect. I just wanted to make sure that you did get your makeup guide, the foundation finder quiz. So just reiterating that, all of this will be in the description below. But definitely reach out to your beauty consultant and let her know that you watched this video, and maybe share even in the comments here what you got from this video. Like, what was one of your takeaways? Is there something new that you learned? Do you think that you can do the steps that I took to kind of prep your skin? Was there a step that maybe you don't normally do that you want to add? Reach out to her so that she can help you with that. That's what we are here as beauty consultants to do, is to just kind of take the mystery out of it all and help you get set up with your amazing products with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So isn't that cool? All right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today, and I want you to have a good one, and I'll see you in the next class. Bye for now.